The silence in that room wasn't just heavy, it was historical. Julian Carter, a man known for billion-dollar mergers and zero emotional attachment, stood frozen in the corner of his estate, staring. Not at the safe, but at the woman standing in front of it. Her hand was on the vault's wheel, the gold shimmered behind the steel door, and yet, she hadn't moved an inch. She wasn't trembling. She wasn't stealing. She wasn't even curious. She was just, still, calm, watching the open vault like it was some kind of trap, not a treasure. And that's exactly what it was. Now, if you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome to Elliot Stories. We don't just tell stories, we bring them to life. Go ahead and subscribe so you never miss these real, emotional roller coasters. Like, comment, share this story if it grabs you, and tell us where in the world you're listening from. We'd love to meet our growing global family. Okay, back to the vault. It started with an experiment. Julian Carter, the reclusive tech billionaire from Washington, D.C., had grown bitter. Not from failure, he hadn't tasted that in years, but from betrayal. Friends who turned into enemies. Women who wore promises like perfume but vanished when the real him surfaced. Investors who smiled while slowly bleeding him dry. So Julian stopped trusting people. All of them. But rather than isolate himself completely, he began testing them. Silently. Subtly. Strategically. And that day, his test subject was a maid. A new hire from Prince George's County named Clarissa Boone. Young. Reserved. Too qualified for housekeeping, but too quiet to question. She moved like she didn't want to be noticed. No small talk. No questions. No accidental glances at the family's valuables. Just efficient, disciplined work. Julian took note. She was the opposite of what he was used to. And then he left the vault open. It was intentional. A high-stakes social experiment hidden in plain sight. Inside the vault, gold bars, diamond rings, high-end watches, bundles of hundreds neatly bound, and one priceless necklace, a family heirloom. Clarissa stepped in. She looked at the open vault. And then she stepped back. She didn't touch a thing. Didn't even lean close. She folded her arms, took a breath, and stood there like someone waiting for a verdict. No panic. No guilt. And that's when Julian walked in. Their eyes met. And for a moment, something shifted. Not just in the room, but in Julian himself. Clarissa Boone wasn't like anyone he'd ever tested. She wasn't flustered. She wasn't greedy. She was grounded. Still. Present. And something in that shook him more than if she'd tried to steal. The next morning, instead of firing her or confronting her, Julian did something nobody expected. He offered her dinner. Not romance. Not manipulation.